subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
That 2 a.m. is an OG with it. Ain't that right? Black and beautiful. What's happening with you?
I'm doing great. I do not appreciate being called a white supremacist, but
Suspect.
that is your opinion. So
Suspected.
everyone has an opinion. That's fine. Um, so about a few things here. I think right. You say that people, so your argument here is that um, white people can kill black people with
Yeah.
impunity. Is that what you're
Yeah. In
saying?
many cases, yeah, you can you have the ability to kill us with impunity. In many cases,
Okay.
yeah.
So you brought up the Kyle Rittenhouse court. You brought that case up, right?
Hmm. And
Um,
he killed people,
so
but they were
and he was found. So he was found not guilty.
right.
So he killed someone, and he was found not guilty.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not sure what color the victim
They
was,
were targeting black people, but it was some
but I will say that he was found not guilty. Okay, so we're there, and I remember the court case very well. Followed it. Um, and the man that was shot pulled a gun on him first. He wasn't pointing his weapon at anyone specifically. It was on his back on a street.
okay. Because I don't want to start going down that, talking about all the little details. We know what it was. Okay, my point is, let's make it real plain. Name a black
Right.
who could do what Kyle Rittenhouse did. That's the point.
I'm sure there's several instances where a black man has gone into a location with a weapon and was forced to defend himself and got off on a
Where?
self defense charge.
Where? Name it.
And look, and here's I think this is a big.
No, because see, when I say name it, you're trying to talk around it. You can't. All right, let's say that you can't, which proves my
And no, and let me
no,
say.
no, 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 because you're not going to talk in circles. You're trying to deflect. We're not going to do that. You're trying to talk fast and talk over me. We're not. Yeah, you're the talk over people guy. Okay, you're proving my point. The fact that you have to deflect, sir.
I'm I'm about to agree with you if you would let me speak, sir. I think there's a bigger issue than you say that I do not agree with your premise that white people can kill without
Then
any ramifications. I think that there's been plenty of instances where
not every situation. Yeah, there's some situations where white people do go to jail for killing a black person, but white people are given the benefit of the doubt if they have a good enough excuse or a good enough lie, like Rittenhouse, like Zimmerman, they can get killing
okay,
a.
yeah.
But there's not the reverse. There's no other side, even really
So
justified.
I I
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. 2 a.m. It might be a double mute, but let's wait for you to get it together. All right, 2 a.m. Try unmute your mic.
Yeah, it was double muted. That's fine, sir. So like I said, I think it's a bigger issue. I don't agree with that, so we can disagree on that, right? I don't believe
Okay,
that, but
let's slow down. Now, for the record, just because you don't agree with the truth, that doesn't negate the truth. But thank you. All right?
okay.
Now,
All right. Well, that's your opinion. That's my opinion on this subject. But I do
not
believe
opinion.
that there is a problem. I do believe that there's.
Go ahead. It's not my opinion. That's the truth. And you couldn't disprove it. So the facts remain. I was correct on that, sir. Now go ahead, 2 a.m. What was your next question, sir? There might be a double mute. I'm sorry if there's a double mute.
I'm saying that I think there's a bigger issue where I'm sure there are cases, you're right. I can't name a case where a black man goes to a place with a gun and defends and is forced to defend himself. I can't name a case because I do not think that those cases are widely publicized. And I think that is an issue. I think that there should be given more media attention to certain cases like that. And we would be able to have a much better conversation about this. And I think that's the bigger issue. is that was a case that was sensationalized and put on this pedestal to where it was everyone could critique it, and I think it was specifically
Thank
made.
you, because you're babbling a little bit. Let me reel you in because I don't want to have a bunch of babbling. Let me even go further. Even when black people are fully justified, even when white people instigate situations with black people, we're still not allowed to really defend ourselves. Just like out there in Cincinnati, some Russian suspected white supremacists went around assaulting black people defended themselves, and all the black people got arrested. So, yeah, even if we are really fully justified minding our business and somebody comes along and instigates something with us, we still get punished. That doesn't happen with white people. That proves white supremacy, right? Mr. 2 a.m. Hop on in, Mr. 2 a.m.
Well, I'm not familiar with that specific incident.
Oh,
Okay, so I can't talk on that. I could just talk on the cases I knew. You also called Zimmerman white when he also had Hispanic heritage. I think it was Peruvian or something
oh,
like that. And he even identified himself in court as a Hispanic.
which
So
is white,
I
still white.
well, I think there's several Hispanic people that would
No,
disagree, but
that's
that's
see.
again.
Y'all try to look, whiteness right now is treated like a secret society. Whi- Yeah, whiteness is like look, I- real
What do you mean whiteness is treated like a
you
secret society, bro? You
yeah, where
good?
you guys openly deny it, but then behind the scenes you write it on paper. It's like a little secret society now. Well, oh, he's not quite white. He's Jewish. Or he Native American. He's Peruvian. I'm not white. I'm Greek. I'm not white. I'm Italian.
On he identified himself as a Hispanic in the court
Hey,
case in the court.
Hispanic is white. Yeah, yeah. A lot of they're white Hispanics, sir. When you
Okay.
go to Peru,
All right.
go
Yeah. Maybe he
down, when you go to Mexico, most of them on paper they classify themselves as white. Hispanic is not a race; it's an ethnicity. So yeah, they're still classified as white. All right, but go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just I think that's all I really had to say on the matter. But I think that there is still. I'll say it again.
Okay, you got double. Is a double mute. Man. I didn't mute you. Okay, 2 a.m. Thank you. Thank you. Because he's gonna come back babbling. Okay. Let me break something down to the family. Let me break something down to y'all, man. Listen, whiteness is a secret society today. Whiteness functions like a secret society. See, they go around denying being white publicly, but claim white on documents and other things. See, they have now is this dual identity for advantage. See, whiteness is like now. See, back in the day, it used to be white and proud. I'm white, 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 whites only, white. Now you can't do that now because the white supremacists, they've I'm talking about the white extremists. They run around talking about white, white, white. So a lot of white folks don't want to be associated with that because running around yelling white, 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 that echoes white nationalism. So now there's like this little denial game where it's a secret society. You're supposed to pretend you're not in it now. So they have this dual identity and it operates like a little hidden membership card where people publicly kind of distance themselves from white identity so they can avoid accountability, just like he did with George Zimmerman. Well, George Zimmerman, he was really Hispanic. It wasn't a white guy killing a black kid. The hell it wasn't. Yeah, he was white, and he got propped up by white supremacist groups. And then they try to play this deniability thing. Well, he's really Hispanic. No, 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 no. See, they don't want the accountability, but they want the benefits of whiteness. So they put white on everything. The birth certificates, job forms, all that stuff. They check white. They secure them damn advantages now. Let's be very clear. And denial protects the club. See, when you deny whiteness, people can create this plausible deniability. They can claim neutrality Or they can even claim minority solidarity while they still quietly cash in on the benefits and the privileges reserved for members of the quote club of whiteness. See, that's how whiteness shields itself from scrutiny. Don't you notice people don't be openly admitting to being white. You're like, hey man, you white? Yeah, I'm a Christian, dude. No, dude, no, where you from? You know, I'm kind of a mutt, dude. I'm kind of Norwegian. My uncle's from Morocco. They play this game. That's they because notice when white people call up, you start asking where they're from. It's always a hodgepodge, a whole mix of shit, so they can kind of deny whiteness when it's convenient. You see, it's like a secret society, man. See, whiteness guards access to resources, loans, housing, jobs, scholarships. But the members of this club don't have to announce they belong. See, but just checking the box on a form is enough to really signal membership to the system, even if they deny it publicly. And understand, invisible power is still power. Whiteness at this point, it works best when it's invisible. So if somebody goes around running around like Nick Fuentes, white, 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 and he's Hispanic. Hell, Nick Fuentes is Hispanic, is a stone white supremacist. You know? So you run around yelling white, 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 you get put in that Nick Fuentes bag. You're persona non grata as far as mainstream polite society. So people who avoid claiming white in conversation, they can still reap the invisible protections and the presumption of innocence that whiteness affords them in court, police encounters, and economic dealings. So all that denial, you still get the benefits of it. Yeah. Whiteness is like an insurance policy. Denying whiteness in casual settings, that makes people appear progressive and culturally flexible and all that shit. But when it's time for some damn government programs, some inheritance laws, some voting demographics, claiming whiteness on paper, that functions like some kind of guaranteed safety net. You see? And census and data forms, they can manipulate that because on census forms, many of these people who are mixed and I'm mixed and I don't know, I'm a mutt, they select white. Don't get it twisted. Don't let these people fool you. In fact, let me tell you something. You want to know who really classified as white? The minute you hear somebody start talking about all the shit they're mixed with, understand on paper they're white. Just understand that. Don't let them confuse you. The minute you say, "Hey man, where's your family from?" Well, I got a little Scottish, got a little Asian. My mom's Persian a little bit, and I got a little Navajo, and I'm just a mixture of all things. I'm just a human. White. You look at that paperwork, white, 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 white. That's it. That's all you need to know. They're white on paper. All that stuff they're telling you means nothing. Yeah. And there's in this little membership of white supremacy. See, there's a shared understanding. There's a little silent agreement there. Like in a secret society, a lot of members don't need to announce the affiliation. They recognize each other through symbols, through little white supremacist hand signs and all that stuff. Whiteness, it doesn't require a declaration. See, the privileges are automatic when you are able to check that box, when you have the presumption or the assumption of whiteness. It's like when people try to play this with Jews aren't white. Look, if you white enough, if you have the assumption of whiteness, you're going to get those benefits. If you have the assumption of whiteness, even if you claim, oh, he's Hispanic, oh, he's Jewish, oh, if there is an assumption of whiteness, you still get the benefits. And they know this. Yeah. So they love to do this deflecting while benefiting. See, denying whiteness, that lets people dodge blame for systematic racism. See, they play this game because when you talk about racism and white supremacy, what do they start saying? Well, I'm not even white. I don't know. I'm I'm mixed. I'm part Native American, dude. My people suffer too, dude. I'm mixed with Irish. The Irish suffer too. You see, they play that game while they still ensure that they got that official paperwork saying that they're white. They put a big W on there. So they still remain protected within the white category. So it's a selective membership. It's invisible in critique, but it's visible in privilege. All right. So don't let them play no games with you. Let me get some more people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Let's get Key. Let's get Key in here. Mr. Key, hop on in. Mr. Key, hop on in, Key.
Hey Tariq, how you doing
I'm
tonight?
good, Mr. Key. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So, I know what your take is kind of on this Charlie Kirk stuff, but I just wanted to like ask you, what do you think about some of the people that are I forget his name, but the one guy that's saying, like F his kids and his family and stuff like that. He doesn't care about none of that. I mean, we should still be kind of respectful to that end, right? Like even though you might not like what Charlie was saying, shouldn't be denigrating his family,
Yeah,
right?
that's what Charlie did. I mean, that and I'm not doing that because I try to keep my stuff scholarly. And again, me, I can't account for everybody else. I don't know what everybody else's journey is. I don't know what their feelings are. I don't know how Charlie's racism affected people. I don't know. You would have to ask them. And I'm not the moral police, and I can only speak for myself. I don't go in on people's kids. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's just a personal thing for me because I got enough smoke for the grown folks. I got enough smoke for the adults. But with Charlie, I will say this: Charlie denigrated people's children and he denigrated their families all the time. So everybody seemed to be okay with that. See, this is the contradiction that a lot of people have. Y'all sat up here and let Charlie Kirk mock, denigrate, and demean Black people, men, women, children, families, mock their deaths, demean their deaths, antagonize families. Now that he got one of them hot things in his neck, all of a sudden everybody wants people to take the moral high ground with people running around crying and tattletaling because everybody's telling the truth about who Charlie Kirk was. So the thing is, if you don't want nobody to denigrate you as being a white supremacist, don't be a goddamn white supremacist. All right?
Well, I don't see how you're saying that he's a white supremacist because there's a lot of things that he said that weren't necessarily like I don't he said negative stuff obviously about George Floyd, but he said a lot of positive stuff. There's also a lot of black members at TPUSA.
Well,
So I don't
that don't
know.
mean a goddamn thing. Most of those are immigrants and they're not of our culture. Just because you have some black people that you can throw a couple of dollars around to have them come around, that doesn't negate your racism. He was a vile suspected white supremacist. He
Which did I what did I miss though? I only heard him talk really about the George Floyd one. I mean, like what's the
did
one like that sticks out to you?
no. You're not dumb. I don't believe that. Y'all stop playing dumb. Fam,
Now,
hold
white people don't follow all
hold
everything every white person says. I don't have.
down. Family, have y'all noticed all the white people coming up here? When you start pointing out all the racist shit, none of them know what the hell I'm talking about all of a sudden. Have y'all noticed that, family? All of the
I don't have a data bank of every.
hold on. Because now whenever you point out Charlie Kirk's racism, What'd he say? I didn't hear that. What? I didn't know. Y'all know everything else but that. What else is Charlie Kirk known for? He's only known for his racism, to be honest. His anti Black racism. That's really all he's known for. What else is he known for? Mr. Key, I'm asking you a question, sir.
He's known for speaking on college campuses about a lot of different
Which
topics. I
race?
don't I don't remember any of these hyper racist things that people are saying. I'm asking people to tell me, show me. I don't have a data bank of everything all white people have ever said. I'm not linked together like that with all white people, so I don't see it. I don't see that he was a racist. Nobody showed me a video of him being racist. I haven't seen it.
Sir, this man has dozens of videos where he just denigrates black people all the time. Now, you probably don't think it's racist because you probably agree with him. Sounds like you.
Well, can you give me an example? Or like that's what I'm saying. Do you know of one that you can give me an example?
Well, he says Juneteenth is dumb. Do you think Juneteenth is dumb?
Honestly, I don't even know what Juneteenth is, but it does sound dumb. Juneteenth, it sounds
It
dumb.
does? Okay. That's racist.
But I don't know what it is. So how am I being racist? I don't know what Juneteenth. What is
How
Juneteenth?
is
Is it on the
it's a
calendar?
national holiday. How do you don't know a national holiday? Are you from America?
Yeah, I'm from America, but it's a black holiday or is it a white
How do you not
holiday? Or is it like both?
you have a job?
No, that's why probably because I don't have a job. So
Okay. Yeah. If you're living in a trailer park, now that's something else. I can't help you with that, sir.
yeah, the trailer park we don't have Juneteenth. Sorry.
Right. So yeah, you're familiar with this stuff. He denigrated black women all the time, talking about black women are DEI hires and oh man, just a whole list of the man justified every single killing of a black person at the hands of a white person. Almost every single one. That's racist, sir. That's not an analysis. That's an ideology. Right? And what you say he just talked about George Floyd. No, he didn't. He denigrated every high profile case of a black person getting killed at the hands of a white cop. Every single one. Is that not racist, sir?
I haven't seen the only one I seen was the post about him with the George Floyd one, and I didn't think it was racist. I mean, I know a lot of people hate on it, but George Floyd had a whole lot of drugs in his
He didn't,
system. I mean, is that the hero or?
he didn't die of fentanyl. That's not true what you just said. He didn't die. Yeah, he had drugs in the system. He didn't die. He didn't overdose of fentanyl. He was killed. Him overdose.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't. I agree with you, right? Like they said that he didn't die of a drug overdose, but I said the toxicology report, if it's true, right? It's the internet. I don't know, but it said. I mean, he didn't have one or two drugs. He had a whole bunch of drugs in his system.
They said he didn't overdose. He was killed. He died because a knee was on.
But I mean, come on, though. I mean, just look at the toxicology report. I mean,
Uh,
you don't think that had an impact on what was happening that day?
no,
Uh,
even
I mean, we got to be real. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where you lose. That's where you lose rational people. It's like we got to be real. We got to call out the flaws where the flaws exist, and then,
sit here and lie.
I mean, am I wrong?
But yeah, you're very wrong. The court said it was. Even they had experts come in and said that wasn't what he didn't die of no damn drug overdose. He didn't. He got killed. That knee on his neck killed him. Anything else is a lie. See, anything else is basically trying to justify another lynching at the hands of a white person. Because the whole thing is to say he died from an overdose so you can let the white supremacist suspect out of jail. That's what that's about. That's what they used to do with lynchings. You would lynch black people and you would do it with impunity and then make up some cockamamie excuse. That's what makes you a suspected white supremacist, right?
Well, I also noticed you call all white people suspected white supremacists. What's that all about? I don't understand that concept.
I don't.
I'm not a white supremacist.
But no, I suspect people of being white supremacists if they agree with other suspected white supremacists. Because if you share the same ideology and you spread their same lies, well, it's safe to suspect you are. Somebody's a white supremacist, right?
Yeah, but then so wouldn't it be instead of foundational black American, wouldn't it be like foundational black supremacist? Like, wouldn't that be a more accurate description then?
Logically, no, because you can't have two supremes based on definition. That's completely illogical. Supreme means no higher than, end all be all, the zenith, the pinnacle. There's no two supremes unless you throw in Diana Ross. But there's no supremes. You can't be two supremes. By
It can't be true everywhere though, right? Like it can't be true everywhere. There's certain places where it's I mean it's not a bunch of white people running it, right? I think I heard you talking about was it Was it Memphis? I think you were talking about before. Like Memphis isn't like that's not a bunch of white people running Memphis.
Yes, it is about white people running Memphis.
So the white people control Memphis, Tennessee,
Every bit of it,
and they're responsible for everything that's going on in Memphis, Tennessee.
every single thing. In Tennessee,
Eh,
let me tell you,
All right. I mean, I don't know.
let's
Yeah, I was just saying maybe I'm wrong.
let's come on now because yeah, just because a place is black populated, see, they play this game. Yeah, they say, well, this city is populated. Now, when it's a crime thing, when they let crime go on, well, look, it's the blacks. Oh my God, look at the blacks. The blacks, we can't do nothing. The blacks are running it. Now, out there in Tennessee, they were going to build a plant out there. I forgot what it was, family. Y'all remind me. Y'all remember that plant? They were about to build this big plant. It was going to have a bunch of jobs, and they were going to build it right over there in a black town, a black populated town. I think the town had a black mayor and the whole nine. When the word got out they were about to build this plant and all this money was going to come to this black community, some secret white folks just popped out of nowhere. Like, oh, no, no, we're taking over the town now. I'm like, oh, where the hell these white people come from? All of a sudden, they superseded the mayor and the city council. The the secret white folks popped up controlling the money. Oh, we got to control where the money is going to go. So yeah, when some money is happening, the real white folks pop up out of the damn woodworks. So yeah, ain't no black folks running things in Memphis. That's my point, sir. But go ahead.
What about anywhere though in the US? I mean, you guys like, thinking of it like from the white and black perspective, is there any place that's good in America? 50 states we got, right? Like is there any place that's good for black people?
Good for
Or is it
what is good for?
No, I mean like where like it is more of the ideal America that you're looking for, as a foundational black American,
It-
right? Like
It's like, look, there's no place on the planet that's free of white supremacy. None. Now you have some black people who are doing better than others around the country, but we're still under the thumb of white supremacy because there's a lot of black places where black people go and we become prosperous, and what happens? The white supremacists come in and start undermining and sabotaging the progress. I live in California. They had something out here in the Jim Crow era called Bruce's Beach. It was very segregated in Los Angeles, and they said, okay, you black folks, you can go get some land over there. So they had a resort and they called it Bruce's Beach. It got a little too prosperous. So the city came in and said, hey, guess what? Eminent domain. We're going to take this from you guys. So get this shit out of here. And we're going to name it Manhattan Beach. So they just had to recently, a few years ago, make a payout to the descendants of the family. So they do this all the time. They do this eminent domain thing. They do this undermining thing. They start bombing our cities. They flood our cities. The white supremacists do all types of things to sabotage our black progress. So they let us know.
hold on, you said bomb? They bombed your city. I missed that one.
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. You didn't hear about that?
All right. No, that's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff I don't know. That's why actually I listen to your space, right? Like I don't believe I'm a white supremacist, right? I hear you call a lot of white people that come in here suspected white supremacists. I don't have no ill will towards black people, and I actually recognize individually the foundational part that you talk about. And I think there are a lot of wrongs. Like there's a lot of things that were wrong in the past, and I think there should be a correction. So a lot of people, a lot of the on the white side of things, like they're like, well, how can you be for reparations? And I tell them, I'm like, well, look at the history, look at what happened. The thing that I think you pointed out a little bit of was, and I looked into this because I didn't think it was true when I first heard it, but they actually built highways through black businesses. Like that's not even a myth.
Right.
So
But
yeah.
yeah, you say, I don't see myself as a white supremacist. But when you sit here and go along with the blatant lie that George Floyd didn't get killed, he died of fentanyl the same moment a white supremacist suspect had a knee on his neck. Yeah, that you don't seem like you're for racial justice, see.
No, I wasn't saying that I think he got like okay. So I don't think he died necessarily from the OD. I'm just saying like can you compare him to Charlie Kirk? And I guess when you say that Charlie Kirk is racist, then maybe George Floyd wasn't racist, but I was just pointing out from what I read on the internet, which I don't know if any of this shit's true, is that George Floyd had drugs in his system. I'm not saying that he died from that. I'm just saying like I mean, come on.
That
Like, are drugs not bad for people? I mean, are we in this society now where we're like accepting of drugs like being used all the time and alcohol and shit's just falling apart everywhere? Like, I don't think that's good for any
is
culture,
killing
any race.
is putting your knee on somebody's neck and killing them, choking them to death bad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? Like, I mean, that's
Don't-
I followed that case a little bit in the beginning. That guy's in jail for murder,
Right?
right? Like,
Yeah, that's
so that's justice, isn't it? Ain't that a win?
yeah,
Like, if we're keeping score,
yeah. But if you're sitting here trying to justify getting him out by lying about George Floyd,
I'm not justifying getting them out, Tariq.
well,
Like, I didn't say that. I don't want people to get confused. I'm not trying to get this Derek Chauvin guy out. I mean,
oh, now what you talking over me? Yeah, you're the one talking about how bad drugs are. Yeah, drugs are bad. There's a lot of it in your community. So we go around putting our knee on their necks in your community. There's a lot of meth and fentanyl in your community. Should we go put our knees on their necks, Mr. Keys? You might have a double mute there, Mr. Keys.
yeah, I mean, look, if we agree on anything, it should be that there's definitely a drug problem in America. There's a consumption of drug problem, and it's turned into a problem. You know, no matter which.
No matter what, because it's a major problem in your community. Your community has it in epidemic proportions, sir. But you're not criminalized. Yeah. Let me get Professor Allen in here. Professor Allen, hop on in.
All right, thanks, Tariq.
Hold on. You still
Hey, hey,
go ahead. You
what's going? Okay. Oh, what's going on, brother Tariq? Hey, family, how y'all doing? First thing I wanted to say, with the gentleman that was just talking, I want to echo our brother James Baldwin and let y'all know that James Baldwin in The Fire Next Time said that the innocence is the crime.
mm,
Uh, the system of white supremacy pretends to be innocent, and James said that's the crime right there. I didn't know. It reminds me of that joke by Dave Chappelle where he's riding around with his white friend, and he told the white friend told the officer, "I didn't know I could do that." And the officer was like, "Well, okay, well, don't do it again." And then he drove off, and he said his friend looked at him and said, "I did know I couldn't do that." That's you know, that's the innocence is a crime.
yeah,
But back to what he was saying about Memphis, man, dude, I had to come on for that. Memphis is so under control by the dominant society that that Memphis has two mayors. Do y'all know that? They have a city mayor and a county mayor. So anybody who studied government knows that the county is, the way it goes is municipal, which is city, then county, then state, then federal, then Supreme Court. That's the hierarchy of power. And traditionally, the county mayor in Memphis has been generally is a member of the dominant society and calls the shots. I lived in Memphis for 14 years, man. Last thing I wanted to say is back to the dominant society having control of all our institutions. Several years back, Tennessee State, which is a historical black college in Nashville, a very tradition. I mean, it has a very powerful um, historical black college. Some arguments came out from alumni, I think a couple of board members and professors that were complaining about University of Tennessee in Knoxville, that gets all these millions of dollars from the state. And the alumni was like, wait a minute, we're a state university too. We need this money as well. And to get ahead of that, the state of Tennessee fired the board members at Tennessee State and installed their own board members. So this system is definitely under full control, lockstep with the dominant society. And him pretending that he didn't know that, it reminds me of James Baldwin. The innocence is the crime. Don't forget it, family.
man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. All right.
Look, can I chime in real quick, Tariq?
Go ahead. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't know some of that stuff, but I do follow you guys. I have some FBA guys I think that even follow me, and I've been talking and learning more about like what's going on and the history behind it. And just so you know and you understand, like I think there needs to be some sort of correction. I also was been thinking about the numbers. There's a lot of I think it's like 50 million or more Black Americans. I don't know if they're all foundational Black Americans, but there has to be a way to create something that demolishes that hierarchy that's suppressing you, right? Like, isn't that possible to vote these people out? I mean, does that not work? Does that not sound like reasonable? I don't know how to do it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. When I look at it, this is out of my scope, So I know he might think I don't know because I choose not to. It's just not something we were taught in schools. Like the only things you know what we were taught, coming up, we taught about Rosa Parks and stuff like that. That's where they didn't get deep into any of these problems. So
There it is. All right, Keys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, Keys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, all that feigning naivete. I ain't buying that. The cats be out here feigning naivete. They know better. They're not naive. Don't buy that. Don't buy that, family. Oh, I don't know, man. Can you teach me? I want to learn. Can I teach? I like to learn about racism. Can you tell me more about Rosa Parks? Oh, stop, please. All right. That's a time wasting mechanism to feign innocence. All right. When you sit up here, because you played your card already, brother. When you sat up here talking about some George Floyd had fentanyl, brother, you already showed your hand. I already know you'll get down. Let's get S in here. S,
Hi, Tariq.
how you doing, S? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. What's on your mind, S?
Hi. I just want to say that you're right, and ignorance and not knowing the truth is definitely not an excuse for not coming in prepared. And you're right,
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, S. Thank you.
of course.
All right.
Hey family, you all need to come down to the Hidden History Museum on Saturday, October 4th, 2025 for the Funny Fall Fest Comedy Mixer. It's hosted by Tariq Nasheed and Dwan B, and there are going to be some of the funniest comics in the game performing that night. This is the place to be. I've got a full evening lined up just for you, starting with a complimentary dinner, pop music, followed by a night of nonstop laughter. It's going to be popping for real. You don't want to miss this night of food, fun, and comedy at the Hidden History Museum. Get your tickets now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. See you there.